Hello, my name is Blazing and today we're going to do a speedrun of Shadow the Hedgehog only hero missions glitchless. I'm going to start a brand new story mode playthrough in 3, 2, 1, go. So the way story mode works for Shadow the Hedgehog is you start off in Westopolis, listed there. As you complete the levels, you'll go from left to right on the map, and as you complete dark, normal, or hero missions, you'll move up, across, or down on the map respectively. And as the category name implies, we are going to be doing the hero missions. Only the hero missions. So pretty straightforward. Some like none of our other categories are a bit ambiguous, but this is very straightforward. So the mission here is to take out all the aliens that are invading, and we'll be able to begin that right now. Hello, Sonic. So you'll notice that we're playing on the Japanese build. It's just the one I have in my console right now. If I see an area where it matters, I'll mention it, but I believe it doesn't matter for this category. It does for some of the other categories I run. Okay, so once we get past this Doom's Eye cutscene, we're gonna take out a few more aliens, get these two, get another weapon. Ooh, we got dude here real fast. It's not always possible. The camera can get a little messed up sometimes, and it messes up with my muscle memory and movement. Oh, I did not get that one. Thank you. It's good to have a good eye. Okay, so we need to make sure we land on this checkpoint so we can come back here later, and I'm going to use the Chaos Control Tower to zip on through. I'm going to restart it here, and that is because when you're in Chaos Control, I'm going to stop here real quick, explain that later. When you're in Chaos Control, I will do some damage to the things around me. So by starting and restopping right there, I'm able to get an extra hit on an enemy that would normally take only one hit through Chaos Control, but needs two to kill. So I stopped Chaos Control there early because I wanted to get through here a little bit faster, utilize the infinite ammo properties of Hero Shadow, and that worked out very well. Right here is the egg vacuum. Basically, I just hold down the B button, and if it's something that can be vacuumed up, I vacuum it, and I can just focus on my movement, and it's really nice. It's one of those weapons you only get when you start a new game, when you complete a story at the end of the run here. You'll get special weapons unlocked, and we have these available to us because we are doing this as a New Game Plus run. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to skip cutscenes, and it would take like twice as long to complete. We're almost done with this mission. I just need to jump across here and get these last two guys. And now we're all good, and for some reason, Shadow needs to declare that he's like the ultimate hedgehog again. I don't know how that works in the code, but it's pretty silly. Sometimes in the past, I don't know what I used to do in the past. I'll have to see if I can find an old run. But I used to get him to say it like 3 times in a row. It was nuts. Okay, so that's the hero mission for Westopolis. So I am basically just mashing the start button as fast as I can. I don't have to do it as fast as I can, but just fast enough to where I don't lose any time. With this being a glitchless category, we do the main timing with the in-game timer. And that is because if I was to do this run on the Xbox, I would have like several minutes faster time in like real time. So instead of having all record runs being on Xbox, we have the in-game time being the main decider, so that GameCube runners can actually stand a chance. Okay, so we're in Lethal Highway. The mission is take out that tank. Now this tank is pretty beefy, but with the power of items, we can deal some pretty massive damage to it. So I'm gonna make my way here. This item box is gonna have an invincibility, and now I have infinite ammo as well. I'm gonna make sure I grab these weapons, because we're gonna need the extra ammo for later. So I'm just gonna hold, stay behind, and just empty everything I have into the tank. Just like that. I'm gonna use this ramp here to get across. There's a few other ways we can do this. Some of them are a little more straightforward, easier, less opportunity for problems. I love that I got that. That's amazing. And yeah, that's the mission. Just like that. That's a fun one. That item box I hit to get the invincibility, it's on like a local timer. So long as I'm going into that section at like around the same time, or not same time, but same amount of speed, doesn't matter what the time is on the clock, the item cycle is the same. So if I just wait a little bit, then I get fire shield. If I wait a little bit longer, I get the invincibility. Good stuff. Okay, this is the first mini boss of the run. This is Black Bull. So the way I like to do this is I just head on back, and there's a few enemies back here that I can take out for points and their weapons. And once I do that, I head over here where Black Bull's gonna meet me, and I'm just gonna shoot his face. And just like that, we're good. Now I gotta get ahead of him. Shoot! Oh, that could have been terrible. The plan is I need to get enough points now where I can be in chaos control. So I'm gonna use that now. With bosses, chaos control is kind of the opposite of what it is in levels. Everything else slows down around you and you're just normal speed, whereas in levels you're really fast and everything else is normal. So if things went to plan and they go flying off into space, this would have been about another 10 seconds faster. And we would have done all that chaos controlling on the other side. Yeah. Pretty simple boss. There's other safer strategies you can use there. Okay. Moving on. For some reason we find ourselves in the amusement park that Ape-Man made. And we're going to just try to get all the rings back as Tails instructs us to. That's the cutscene, the meme cutscene. We're in Japanese, so it doesn't really work like it does on. Oh, please don't do that. Light dashes are terrible in this game. So I'm gonna do this a certain way. I might consider running on English just because of that, though. We'll have to make sure I don't need this version for anything. Oh wow, okay, I thought for a second I made it. That would have been awesome. But nope, this is very slow because things don't line up with that jump. Okay, so I'm grabbing certain rings here because if I grab the right rings, I think I'm really ahead. So I need to skip these. Land on this one, and now I'm under 100 rings, which it's like you think, why are you skipping rings? It's because when I land on this checkpoint right here, I will get a 20 ring bonus, and this is more rings than I could get normally. So I'm going to use this egg vacuum now to vacuum the rings, which is very nice because I don't have to worry so much about being directly in line with the rings. So I'll make my way up here. And through here. There's a couple of bonuses that you'll see where I'll get extra rings because of that. I've hit the bell thing, I'm going through fire rings. It's all good fun. So there's two ways we can go about doing this, and I recently put up a video about why you do things a certain way in this stage. And one way you could cheese this stage is by just going back and forth in the checkpoints and reactivating those bells that give you 50 rings apiece. Now, this is slower RTA, so we don't really do it here, but for the individual levels where the in-game time is the only thing that matters, you can actually save a bunch of time by just going back and forth between the checkpoints. So, for ILs, this isn't the thing you do, but for single segment runs like I'm doing right now, this is what you do. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure I don't get that guy, and we're done. If things were a little bit faster, I can get an under 2-minute time there, but definitely want to play it careful here, as taking a hit unintentionally would mean losing rings, which could be very bad. This game is thankfully, unlike the other Sonic games, you only lose 10 rings, because you're just dealing with projectiles and guns all over the place. But even just losing 10 rings, the route is really tight, and if you don't do this route near perfectly as far as like getting the rings on time, you actually end up behind the other strat. So definitely one would need to practice quite a bit. Okay, here's Death Ruins. I believe this stage does take advantage of the change in the Japanese version, and I'll explain that as we get closer. But for now, I'm just gonna skip this loop because loops are slow. A classic in Sonic. Hello, Rouge. Alright, the objective here is take out the aliens. So I'm gonna do that. If I get positioned right, that's really fast and easy. We're gonna get our favorite weapon, the Egg Vacuum, once again. Egg Vacuum can vacuum up everything I need to kill in this game. Or in this level. I'm gonna do all that. Give me you, thank you very much. 30 seconds here is very good. And now, I'm gonna skip this guy as well. And I'm just gonna start mashing the X button here because that's how you go faster on these rails. So guys, near the bottom here, I'm gonna make sure I jump off real quick to grab them. Do a spin dash to get back on track. I'm gonna grab these guys here. Now with that power of chaos control area of damage, I'm gonna get a bunch of kills right here. I'm gonna pause and cancel out the chaos control so I can get those guys. And do a spin dash jump to get past that whole section there. I sometimes have trouble with that jump, so I'm glad how well that turned out. That was amazing. Alright, I'm gonna grab that and use the last bit of our chaos control to make our way up here. Oh, they broke my box. Sometimes I can use a box earlier on. And there's a worm there. Now I got a fire shield that's gonna help us later. There's a worm right here I can grab a little bit earlier with the Japanese version. It's not like critical like it can be in some of the other stages. Yeah, okay, we're good on points. Now I just have to kill these last few. So I could totally do English version and we get the meme cutscene. I'll have to remember that when it comes time to actually performing on the run. So yeah, that is Death Ruins, and all the aliens are now dead. Hooray. I guess I can explain as we start loading up the next stage, the fire shield. The fire shield is a shield that you get one free hit, but you deal one free hit to someone else first. So in that case, it wasn't that useful, but I was able to make sure I got through that downward fall without too much trouble. Hello, Blackwell, again. For some reason, you're here again. So I'm gonna trigger you over there so you attack and not me. And now we just mash. It's that straightforward. If you're really good, if you're positioning and stuff, you can definitely get a faster time here, but I've had plenty of times where I've gone too fast, and as I'm trying to do that last mashing section to shoot him, he is shooting a giant fireball I cannot stop. And is also blocking all my damage. So played it very safe there for sure. Okay. It's time for that one stage everybody remembers trying to play and then giving up after trying to do only hero missions. The next stage coming up is called Lost Impact, and the mission is to take out all the artificial chaos that are hiding among the level on the Ark. And when I first tried doing this, it took me a half hour to give up and look up the answer. Thankfully, that was like 6-7 years ago, and I very much know where everyone is now. So this will go by pretty quickly. One thing we do have to worry about though is we can get like duplicate points due to some weird mechanic with the way the artificial chaos dies. And yeah, so we're gonna try our best to mitigate that as much as possible. I already got a dupe. Okay. So it's funny. You don't want too many dupes, but you also don't want. Okay, now I'm just taking the elevator. You don't want to get too many dupes because if you get chaos control too soon, that is a problem. But if you don't get any dupes, you don't have enough points to do the route as it's planned out. So there's definitely something. I don't know what to say. Just keep an eye on your points. Be familiar with where your points should be. The score you see on the screen right now, the 1320, that's not actually your like how many hero like meter, the blue part you have. That's just like your game score, which is a different number. So what I will do is I will keep track of what that is, because I'm getting the exact same kills as I would like in each playthrough. So if I notice something's off, then I know that I can make some adjustments based on what my score is at the time. Make sure I get you. Okay, I think it's been a while since I've done one of these runs, so I just got done doing a whole bunch to get a new record. We've been focusing on other stuff lately. I think I'm one dupe away, maybe? Oh, please. Oh, jeez. No, I'm gonna keep Maria hidden. I found that Maria being out and about helps with getting dupes, which is not what I want to do right now. Alright, I didn't get any of my special jumps, which is unfortunate because they're super cool looking, but I cannot waste any time trying to do more jumps. Oh, this camera is weird. Okay. I'm gonna grab your gun, and your dark points will help me out later as well. Alright, so we're gonna come over this way, get the guy that's hiding over here. I can use the R trigger here to activate a strafing mode, which will let me better aim my cannon. The cannon is one of those guns that doesn't like auto aim for you right away. But the cannon is amazing, as you can see there, because it gets you all the things. I am actually going to do the backup route here, where I grab this checkpoint, and I'll come back here later for the kill. Because I fear that I will not have, or I will end up killing the artificial chaos in the room I skipped, and then it'll put me over, and I need chaos control right here. So please die you, thank you. Now please die you, thank you. Okay, chaos control doesn't activate until I leave the vehicle, but now I'm just zooming across, skipping all of this. I'll get this free kill right here. I'm gonna pause and unpause real quick here to let the game load up a little bit better. And now I'm going to do some damage. Oh, I don't think I have enough. Oh, nope, I do. Okay, so now I can just focus on just firing a bunch of rockets or grenades. Okay, not worrying about ammo at all. And now I can go to this checkpoint and we can backtrack. Oh, okay. I swear the camera changes every time I go into this room. This way. I think I missed, yep. Yeah, if you look at the size of that meter, it's not, I don't know how uniform it is. I haven't done that thorough of testing on it, but it's good that we did what we did. Alright, now we need to finish up the game, so get this guy here. There's a few more on this path. They're pretty easy to kill, but if I go at full speed, I might miss one. So we definitely want to make sure I slow down a bit, just in case. I'm speeding up by holding down the A button, by the way. I don't believe that was mentioned at all. Okay, so there should be 2 more kills, yes. We got the big dude here. Look at him, he's huge. Okay, and one more at the very end of this tunnel here. Just like that. So, under 5 minutes, way better than a half hour before giving up. So, I call that a win. Alright. So up next is the final stage, the final haunt. we're on the Black Comet, and our goal is simply just get to the bad dude. So nothing really to worry about. One thing that can happen as you do the dark mission, though, is you turn on these like shield generators that are supposed to help protect the bad guy, and we'll actually end up hitting one of those to make sure we go the fastest otherwise. And what they want you to do is kind of make sure, like, if you want to do the hero mission, you have to not hit any of them or go back and turn them off. But we're going to ignore that, and that's going to become apparent once, how we do that is going to become apparent once we get closer. So I'm going to use this almighty shadow rifle. Have you used the shadow rifle yet? I'm trying to think. I don't know if we have. The shadow rifle, if we haven't, the shadow rifle is an amazing gun that is able to destroy... Okay, thank you. Is able to destroy just about any enemy that's on the ground within a single shot. So that guy... Oh, I did not hit him. I am gonna go for that kill like that. Okay, yeah, no. My momentum's all out of whack right now. Please let me through. Thank you. Okay, points are good. I think ammo's fine. We'll figure out later. That's one of the shields. I'm gonna be skipping that one though. Alright, chaos controlling here, and then we're gonna do a little trick I like to call chaos control extension, where I will pause it or stop and restart it. You have to go a little bit of distance every time you use chaos control, and so if I do it like that, that guarantees me all the way through. Okay, make my way down here. I'm gonna play this one safe. There's a nice little spin dash jump you can do, but definitely don't want to cause any problems if I don't need to. Okay, so this shield we have to turn off. Oh, really? Okay. I don't want to waste any extra ammo. I don't know where I'm supposed to be right now. Yeah, 3 ammos left. Probably good that I skipped that. So this is the Black Volt. I'm gonna hit the switch with this homing rocket there. That's how we progress into the stage. Okay, everything's lining up. A little bit slower than I'd like, but everything's lining up. Alright, then there's a couple of black warriors here, and I'm just gonna homing attack them. And just use chaos control to skip all this. Okay. Now that that's all done, I can pretty much just run to the end. But like I mentioned earlier, we did turn on one of those shields, so I will have to get around it. Or at the very least get up to where that checkpoint is and then backtrack. But backtracking is slow, so we are, unless this happens to be faster like in Wasopolis, in this case it's slow. But that's okay, there's a little trick we can do. You gotta swing around, get the checkpoint for safety, but you can just jump around it. How awesome is that? Okay. Yeah, that could have been better, but we made it. So next thing that is gonna happen is we're gonna fight the final boss, Black Doom, the big bad. And depending on the RNG that occurs, this can go by really quickly or be very painful. So first thing I'm going to wait for is how he moves. If he moves towards me, it's over. If I do things right. Otherwise, you have to wait to see what type of attack he does. So let's see what happens. Okay, he's moving away from me, so I won't be able to kill him immediately. But if he gives me a good attack, he's dead. He gave me the worst attack, I swear. Every single time I'm trying to show off this with commentary, that happens. And I probably shot too many bullets there, so hopefully we're okay. Oh. Okay, he is down. Yeah, that weapon that they give you is super OP for this fight. But no, I've had under 4-second fights because he moves towards me. It's glorious. Okay, so that is only hero missions. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. For those wondering, I did have a timer going behind the scenes, and it was 24:02 RTA, which, oh, I did not have my PB time up. Let me grab that real quick as the cutscene ends. Oh, I need to go here. Yeah, it's about 2 minutes slower than my current record time. So I think that's plenty fine. Or 20, I'd say probably close to the 30 minutes at an estimate, not necessarily 30. I'll have to go through and make sure I'm accounting for all the different things that can go wrong, but I thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.